Nate, once again, 94 points, and you held them to a number I think you're comfortable with. Again, the offense seems to be the issue.
Yeah.
What more do you need from this offense?
Well, when teams are switching like that, it forces you to go one-on-one. And we're not scoring with those matchups that we're getting. And, that kind of slows your offense down a little bit if you are not able to score when they're giving you matchups. And, we're shooting a low percentage. You're not getting drawing kicks because everything is a switch. So it forces you to either go into the post and post up, or you try to attack from the perimeter if you have that matchup, and we're just not scoring against some of those matchups we're getting.
And then, what has kind of been a problem in the early going, then the ball gets stagnant a little bit. They're not getting the second and third options. Is that also what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think that's some of it. But when teams are switching like that, you have a matchup somewhere that you feel good about, and those matchups we're not scoring at a high percentage. It gets stagnant because of the switching, and it becomes more isolation basketball. So you're going to have to be able to create something from the perimeter. I think that's what Victor was trying to do. He ends up taking 30-something attempts, or in the post-up. They got, a 6'9" guard on our centers. We got to drop the ball. We have to get something out of that matchup.
Do you feel like you have some dilemmas with the team in that you got reserves playing better than starters in some cases? You got, when Victor, as well as he played, 30 shots, but you don't get the offense you want. So do you go away from Victor, or is it kind of a confusing situation on offense right now?
Well, we feel we got guys that can put the ball in the basket. We're giving guys trying to involve and take advantage of, the guys we have out on the floor. And, some shots went in and out for a couple of our guys. Tonight, that's a big team. They did a lot of switching. I didn't think that, we started the game off keeping them in front of us. Pretty much they just dominated that first quarter, first few minutes of the game, almost walking the ball to the rim. And then offensively, they're keeping us in front, and they're forcing us to take contested jump shots, and we're not making them right now.
Is there concern about Miles and why he's not producing the way he has in the past?
Again, I think I wouldn't say it's just one guy tonight. We shoot 39%, and you can look at a number of guys' numbers and stats, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's one guy. When we're getting matchups, we're not taking advantage of it.
You had those wins like in San Antonio and Cleveland where you had great balance, guys in double figures, and you praised the ball movement. Is there a way to get the ball movement you want if teams are switching on you?
Well, you got to make some shots. If you're not making shots, then they're not going to double team. If you can't create penetration, break the defense down, they don't have to leave the perimeter. So we got to make some shots. When you get matchups on the post or on the perimeter, their centers are guarding our ones and twos on the perimeter. We got to be able to score against that. And as long as you're not scoring, they're not going to send any help, which normally you get ball movement when you're forcing the defense to collapse because we're not shooting a high percentage and we're not forcing that defense to collapse. Everybody's staying home and making you shoot over the top, and right now we're not shooting a high percentage.
Have you been pleased or displeased with the pace of what you guys are playing in terms of getting the ball up the court and making the first pass, into the shot clock? Sometimes it seems like it's taken, 7 or 8 seconds into the clock.
We've been talking about pace for I think the last 4 or 5 games, and as I said 4 or 5 times now, 90 points is not. You're not going to win many games in this league now. days, scoring only 90.
I don't know if somebody already asked you about Sabonis' performance tonight in terms of, but can you talk about what he did offensively against, offensively and then defensively against Embiid?
Well, he's been a guy that when we're getting matchups, he's taken advantage of it. He's been kind of the one guy that has been able to, give us something off the bench and take advantage of the switching that they're doing out there, and so he's been pretty solid, and but we got to have a team effort.